Hello everyone, this is Moses from Wilona's Cave, and I am finally returning back to my Dragonbane solo campaign with Hackleswell, a Mallard Scholar. That's him right here. Now if you're new here, I suggest watching this series from the beginning. I will put up a video link right now on the screen. Before I continue with Hackleswell's adventure, let me quickly recap the last episode. Hackleswell had an angry outburst at his old friend Olgrid's farmhouse, and when he abruptly left, Hackleswell noticed a light hovering over Olgrid's riverboat. He also heard his daughter's voice telling him to get into the boat. This was an enchantment done by Olgrid of Hackleswell's little wooden sunflower. Hackleswell is now wearing that trinket as a necklace. This will now be utilized for his intuition ability. Before Hackleswell left their farmhouse, Olgrid's wife Tora filled his traveling sack with 6 food rations and sleeping poisons to help him fall asleep. He then rode up the river and a bad thunderstorm came in. He had to stop and find shelter. He knew about the myths and legends about this castle having a ghostly presence. Now with that, let us continue the adventure. Now right over here, I'm outside of Riften in Skyrim. I like this area, especially on the Xbox Series S with the Anniversary Edition. It's really nice looking compared to the Switch. But I like to sit here, virtually and just think. So while I was thinking about beginning the scene, I came to Riften and just relaxed and thought about what I should write about. So as many of you know that have been watching this series, I cover up the dice rolls with these post-it notes, but the last dice roll is live. I don't know how each session ends, so I like that type of thing. So I could plan everything out, but I myself don't know how this episode ends, so that's pretty cool. So now it is evening, so I'll put up some things on the screen, some gameplay video of what it would look like, things on the map, etc. So it's evening now. Hackleswell is aware of the ghost that haunts this dilapidated castle near, I think the river was called Rummer River. There is still a heavy storm, so I'm going to play that out. I mean, obviously the storm doesn't disappear right away. He wants to take refuge in the castle. Now, if I was Hackleswell, I wouldn't. I would just sleep in the boat. I'm not dealing with the ghost castle or a castle with the ghost inside, excuse me. But, he can't really hear anything. That's how I'm playing this out if I got any questions online. And if you're playing solo, why wouldn't I just wait it out or just keep rowing forward? Well, he can't hear anything. Now, his awareness is 14, so that's really good. But I would roll at a Bane. So 2d20, take the highest number. I would roll at a Bane because of all the water and the thunderstorm and the wind. If someone's trying to sneak up on Hackleswell, he could, there's going to be an easy surprise attack or an ambush. So that's why I decided that it's best he goes in the castle and just tries his best to survive. So we're going to see how that really goes. So he docks the boat and walks towards the castle. A faint figure is looking down at him from a window high up in the castle. And now I want to know if Hackleswell noticed that ghostly figure staring at him from way up high in the castle. So I rolled for awareness, and I needed a 14, he rolled a 2. That was almost a dragon, almost like a critical success. He rolled a 2. So, and I thought to myself, what would a 1 be? Like, either he sees him or he doesn't. I'm trying to think of something now. Let me know in the comments below what you would do. If it was a dragon, of seeing the ghostly presence in the window from way above, looking down upon you, what would a dragon be? Either they're looking at you or they're not looking at you, or you notice them or you don't. But what would a dragon be? Let me know what you think. Hackleswell looks up at the figure in the window, notices it, and the figure fades away. He enters the castle and lights his torch. He then clenches the enchanted blanket that is wrapped around his body. If you guys remember that, it helps calm him. Given to him by his friend back in Outskirt. It helps calm him. So he has that blanket around him. So yeah, it calms him. There it is. So these are just, by the way, these are just to, because we haven't done this in a while, this series. I'm not reading this really verbatim. This is just prompts that I write down when I'm playing solo that it may just be a word or it could just be one sentence, but the sentence is really a paragraph worth of information in my mind. I hope that you can understand that, because that's key. And if you want to write a book, that's up to you. I don't have that time to write a book like that. I just want to write prompts and continue. So let's continue. The castle is dark and damp, and there is a strong scent of moss and mold. He takes out the little wooden sunflower that Olgrid enchanted to glow blue when he feels that he needs to go with his intuition. So this enchanted wooden sunflower that was gifted to him by his daughter, that he carries around everywhere, now can speak to him, like we said in the recap, or like I said in the recap, excuse me, can speak to him, but also will light up blue to tell him it's maybe time to do an intuition, using his, I believe it's a heroic ability of intuition, or it's just an ability. Okay, so this location, this is where I said he makes it into a necklace. He wraps part of his fishing line around the glowing sunflower, then he ties it around his neck, making a necklace. So I jumped the gun with the recap. If I was Hackleswell right now, and I think he hasn't cleared his angry condition, by the way. No, I erased it. He cleared his angry condition. I erased it. So, but the blanket will help with that angry condition and also help him hopefully sleep better on top of the sleeping poisons. But the sleeping poisons has a little, detriment of using them. I'm not too sure how, but there will be a detriment if he does use them, which he most likely will. So imagine if I was Hackleswell, I'm wet. Well, I'm a mallard, so the water will just slide right off my feathers. But regardless, it's wet outside. I'm cold, tired, and I feel like I yelled at my friends, Olgrid and Tora, to get here, and I wonder if maybe I broke relationships with them. I hope they don't feel like I stole their boat, but the light was there. It should be Olgrid. A lot of things going on in his head right now. So that he's battling with himself right now. Forget about a ghostly presence. He's battling with himself. But I'm going to use his intuition right now. So the necklace is glowing blue, and it's time to do an intuition. I had to use ChatGPT on this, everybody. I'm having trouble with intuition on what to ask it. I don't want to ask it questions that I can get a direct answer to. Intuition's sort of like the gut feeling. Like, how would you explain to someone that has no idea what a gut feeling or a hunch feeling, I got a hunch? How would you explain that feeling to someone? Or how can you ask, like, you don't ask your hunch feeling, what do I do right now? It just happens. So I had to use ChatGPT to come up with the question. Now it takes 3 willpower points to use intuition. So Hackleswell grasps the glowing sunflower in his hand. He then wonders, you notice I erased a lot over here, and there's the roll. Rolled, I don't know. We have to see. I don't know how this ends. I erased a lot. I don't like erasing journals. But anyways, he then wonders, this is what ChatGPT came out with about 20 things, and I kept refreshing, so it was about 100. So I picked this one. Hunch about a safe place anywhere in this castle. General knowledge is what it's stated in the book. So it should be about a general knowledge type of thing. It's myth and legends. So it's going to be a dice roll fortune chart D6. Yes or no. So let me get that out. One moment. So let's see what happens here. Always have notebooks, everybody. Always have notebooks. Always. Notebooks, journals, folders. Do as much as you can. Oh yeah, it's right here. Do as much as you can. Keep it nice and organized, because it could get kind of I wonder if you can see it on the camera. Well, I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen. Okay, so I need to roll. Well, I don't know what I need to roll. Let me roll something interesting. It's not on here. I gotta remember to include it. because I want to start using tilting the scales, and I'll put that on the screen as well. The default fortune roll assumes all results are equally possible, but you can put your thumb on the scales of fate to better reflect the current situation. If no, negative, a low impact result is likely, roll 2d6 and take the lowest result. If a yes, positive or high impact result is likely, roll a 2d6 and take the highest result. So highest result would be an extreme yes, lowest result will be extreme no. So I'm gonna roll a 1d20 right now for Myths and Legends. And he has, where's my Myths and Legends? Where is it? It should be a 14. 14. He has a 14 on Myths and Legends. So if he rolls a 14 or less, he knows, like he has knowledge. He's a scholar, remember? He has definitive knowledge that there is a ghost in here. And he would know if there's some type, he would know the story of the ghost, and if there's a safe location or if there's a hostile area where the ghost normally is. Let's find out. This is before this dice roll, the fate chart. Does Hackleswell know that there's a rumor or there's a story about a safe place in this castle? Okay, and the fate chart will be, is he close to it? Like, is there actually a safe place? Is he close to it? Does he have a gut feeling that he's near it? Does he have a gut feeling of how to get there or what to do to get there, etc.? So let's see if 14 or less, if he knows. 18. So he doesn't know too much about any safe locations. So because of that 18, a failure, let me put it on that over here. Because of that 18, we're going to tilt the fate chart to a negative, to a no. So it's going to be, what is it now? Well, it's going to be take the highest. I'll take the lowest, I guess. So if a no, negative or low impact result is likely, roll a 2d6 and take the lowest result. So here we go. So this is now, does he still get a hunch, like a gut feeling that there is a safe place anywhere in this castle? You know, being a scholar is one thing. You know, reading books is one thing, but actually being in the location is another. So does he have a gut feeling? Please give me a 4, 5, or 6. Please. I mean, like, only 4, 5s, and 6s. Come on. 3. It's a no. Not an extreme no, though. So there is no safe place in this castle for him to hide out in. So he might have to stay awake. I would, you know, why would he take a sleeping poison now and wake up to a ghost in front of his face or something like that? So because of that, so because of this, no, let me write a no. What did I write? 3, tilt, no. I'll underline that. And he rolled a 3, so it's a no. So, because of that, he can't make camp, he can't sleep, or he can, but there's going to be probably a problem because there's no safe location. So, that kind of, I was really hoping for a yes, everybody. I was really hoping with a 14 of Myth and Legends, he rolls an 18. And that is the episode, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to keep going with this. I really miss Dragonbane, my #1 solo RPG, and I really miss the adventure of Hackleswell. Let me know what you think about the episode. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy gaming, everybody. Bye.